Hey you guys, we're back here, week 1, workout 3. We're gonna work our shoulders and our abs today. And let me tell you, shoulders are my favorite thing to work. So we are gonna start with an overhead press. Okay, you're gonna start with your weights up right above your elbows. You're gonna press up overhead and then bring them back down. Bring your elbows a little bit lower than your shoulders, but not all the way down by your sides, okay? Up overhead and then back down. So that's our overhead press. Then you're gonna set your weights down. You're gonna come down to the floor and we're gonna work our abs a little bit. Hands behind your head. We're just gonna do a simple lying leg raise. So you're gonna lift and lower and lift and tap those heels on the floor. If this is too hard, I want you to just bend your knees, okay? And you'll tap your heels and then lift them up. Tap the heels, lift them up. So that's your modification. Our last exercise in the circuit is gonna be lateral raises. So your elbows are gonna be soft. You're gonna lift, form a T, and come back down. Up to a T, and then back down. We're gonna be doing 3 sets of 12. So let's grab Caitlin and get started. Okay, you guys, we're here. We've got Caitlin, our MMA fighter, ready to walk us through this workout. So go ahead and grab your weights. We're gonna start with an overhead press. Okay, so feet are a little bit wider, about shoulder width apart. Arms up and go ahead and press up overhead. And you'll see how her elbows are coming down a little bit lower than her shoulders, right to about there. What this is doing is it's keeping the tension in your shoulders. If you bring your elbows all the way down by your sides, you're basically just resting during that bottom third of the exercise. So keep your elbows just barely under your shoulders and then press it straight back up overhead. Let's go ahead and do 5 more. Good. And 3 more. And just 2 more, almost there. Keep the tension in your shoulders. And last one. Oh, we're done. Good, let's go ahead and come to the floor and work our abs. So these lying leg raises, they can be hard if you're a beginner. All right, so Caitlin's gonna do them with her legs straight. Let's go ahead and get started. Hands behind your head. Lift them up as high as you can and then come on back down. We're gonna go for 12. Make sure you're tapping your heels on the floor between each rep. Okay, so if you're a beginner, remember you can bend your knees, and that's gonna make it quite a bit easier. Try it with your legs out, see if you can do it, but if it feels a little bit too hard, then go ahead and just bend your knees. Good, you're halfway through. I want you to challenge yourself. Everybody's gonna be at different levels, so just choose a variation of the exercise that's challenging to you, and then just push yourself each week. Getting stronger each week. 3 more times. Good, you guys tap those heels and then back up. And 2, and last one. Perfect. Go ahead and stand back up. We're gonna go back to our shoulders for our 3rd exercise for today. So grab your weights. We're gonna do side lateral raises. Okay, feet about shoulder width apart too, knees are soft, and we're gonna just come right out to that T. Good, perfect. Okay, couple of things here. You wanna make sure your elbows are not dropping down below your hands, okay? A common mistake people will make is they'll come up and instead of being nice and strong in a T right here, the elbows will come down like this. So almost bring your elbows back and up so they're right in line with your shoulders and your hands, okay? We're gonna go ahead and do 5 more. Finish up set 1. Good, make sure you're keeping your elbows soft, don't lock them out. And we've got 2 more. Good, Caitlin. Work those shoulders, and last one. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and take a 60-second rest, and then we'll come back on for set 2. Okay, how was your rest? You guys ready to go again? Okay, grab your weights. We're gonna jump right into the overhead press. All right, go ahead, elbows up and press straight overhead for 12. So another way you can stand on this, you can keep your feet about shoulder width apart, knees nice and soft, or when you're doing overhead movements, you can kind of stand with a staggered stance with one foot about a foot or two behind the other. So whatever's more comfortable to you. Both ways are right, both ways are fine. So just play around with it and see what feels better to you. We're gonna go 4 more. Good. Elbows are coming down a little bit lower than your shoulders. Look at our MMA champ go. She's doing awesome. And that's it, that's your 12 right there. Okay, let's come on down to the floor. Let's do our lying leg raises. All right, so on these, we're gonna go for 12 again. Hands can be behind your head or down by your sides. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Tap those heels on the floor and lift them right back up. So whatever's more comfortable to you. If you want to put your hands down by your hips, that might help if your balance is a little bit off and you feel kind of wobbly. Lifting your legs up and down, that might help your balance. Behind your head kind of counterbalances the weight of your legs going up and down too. So again, just figure out what feels more comfortable for you. Good, Caitlin. She's just tapping those heels on the floor and then lifting them right back up. Good, 3 more. And 2, keep your core nice and tight. And last one, perfect. Okay, last exercise is our lateral raises. So grab your weights. Okay, go ahead and feet about shoulder width apart and straight up to a T. Here we go. We're gonna go 12 of these. Perfect. Another thing to think about when you're doing your lateral raises is to relax through your shoulders. I know that might sound weird because you're working your shoulders, but what I don't want you to do is to lift up to the side and bring your shoulders up by your ears like that. So keep your shoulders down and just lift out to the side. Make sure your traps, this muscle right here, stays relaxed. That's gonna help isolate your shoulders a little bit more too. Good, we just got 2 more. And last one, perfect. Okay, let's take another 60-second rest and come back on for our last set, set number 3. Okay, you guys, we're back for our last set of the day. Let's go ahead and grab your weights. We're gonna start out with our overhead press again. Bring those weights up and we're gonna go for 12. Okay, so one tip when you're working your shoulders are a small muscle, and for a lot of people they're weak if you're new to strength training. So if the weight ever gets too heavy and you don't have anything lighter, I want you to make a hard fist with your hands and just keep doing the same movement. If you're squeezing really tight with your fists, it will actually keep the tension in your shoulders and it'll still be hard. So there's a tip on any of these shoulder moves. If they start getting too hard, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, just 2 more. And last one. Perfect. Okay, come on down to the floor. Lying leg raises for the last time. Okay, Caitlin's gonna put her hands behind her head, legs out, and 12. You're gonna tap. Another thing to modify this a little bit is you don't have to lift your legs all the way up over your hips. So to make it a little easier, you can stop at about halfway up and then come back down, just do a little bit shorter of a repetition. Or again, we have the bent knee modification also. That should make it quite a bit easier so that anybody can do this. But we want you to have fun, so you should be having fun with these workouts. We're trying to keep you going. Caitlin's having fun, right, Caitlin?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's having a lot of fun. She's gonna do 2 more of these, and then she's gonna have fun doing her lateral raises. Okay, let's come on up. Last exercise. Okay, elbows soft, knees soft, and here we go up to a T for 12. Good, so these 2, if your weights feel a little bit too heavy and you don't have anything lighter, you need to modify it a little bit. Just make hard fists and just do the same movement. Keep it nice and slow and controlled. I don't want you to lower it too fast. Okay, keep it controlled the whole time. Good, we're halfway through. Good, you see how she's only bringing it up to her shoulder height too? Another common mistake is to bring it up too high. Okay, you don't want to pinch your shoulder blades together, you don't want to pinch your shoulders together. Okay, perfect. There's your 12. Okay, that is workout 3, you guys. We're gonna turn it over to Daniel for our challenge for the day, so stick around.
All right, for today's challenge, we're doing the mile run. What we really want you to focus on is pushing yourself. So when you get ready, be sure you have a stopwatch to time yourself. The beauty of this is that there's a lot of freedom. You can do it inside, you can do it outside. You can do it on a track or indoors on a treadmill. What we really want you to focus on is going as hard as you can. For some of you, you might be running the entire time. For others, it might be a slow jog or even a walk, but that's okay. Once again, focus on pushing yourself. All right, here we go.